You know, really didn't even look like he missed a beat. You know, we worked him in slowly, but man, once he was allowed to go full go, he picked up right where he left off in the spring. Hats off to him.
Were you preparing to go on without him based on what the doctors
No,
were saying?
no, not at all. Well, the plan was he was going to be back, actually, we thought, for this game.
Okay.
So, you know, we actually did have him in the plans, but he just got there sooner than we thought. Oh.
Your thoughts on Vince Gray? It seems that he has pretty good instincts for the position. Is that one of the best parts of his game?
He does. I would say he's an all-around football player. I mean, I don't think you would have any problem putting him in at safety in the corner. He just can cover, very fluid when he runs, and he's very aggressive. So he's going to be good. He's still got some things to iron out, but he's going to be good.
Where's he made the biggest stride since he's arrived?
Vincent, just understanding the defense for sure, understanding the nuances of it and figuring everything out. I think he's finally starting to grasp it. Now he's just got to grasp it more.
He's looks skinny. I mean, is there some room for him to add some strength?
Vincent? I don't know. I'm sure Ben will put on some few good muscle pounds, but we like where he's at, body-wise. Yeah.
Do you say anything to Lever after his drop pick against Middle Tennessee?
No, I just got to move on from that. Shoot, I've dropped 2 pick sixes myself, so I know what that's all about, and you know, I felt bad for him actually, but no, I let it go.
The younger guys, Jalen and DJ, how are they coming along?
Jalen Perry, yeah, Jalen's coming along. You know, he's working with the scout team. He's got I think he's got to embrace that, learn that he can get better doing that. Once he understands that, I think it'll help him to take and go to the next level. DJ, you know, just him coming here in the summer is very difficult, especially in Michigan with the bridge program. They're going to school, they're trying to practice fall ball, and it's just very difficult. But that being said, he's taken a bigger leap than I've ever saw any one of our freshmen do in my position.
What does that look like then?
It looks very good. I mean, I think the kid has a lot of promise. He just has to learn the defense, and he's young, and he's got to grow up in some sense and take responsibility a little better than he does.
How about DJ?
That's what I was talking
that's
about.
What you're talking about.
DJ. Yep. Yeah. Gonna be good.
You usually have some criticism of your group at this point. Nothing.
I don't. You know, they've been working hard. They've been doing what they've been asked to do. So I can't say anything bad about it.
So then what's different about this group than maybe others you've had?
Well, I think what Angelique is referring to is, you know, a couple of years ago with Levert, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Right. So, and Levert has been awesome, a great leader in the classroom, and these guys have just come here and they want to attack it and they want to learn it and they want to get better at it, and that's what they're trying to do. I'm not saying they're all perfect, but they are definitely working to get to a higher level.
What's the challenge in a game like this where maybe play action is a little bit more prevalent?
Yeah, big time play action. I mean, they're first and second down, they're going to take their shots. This is, you know, I think for us this year, I think our biggest challenge in the back end for sure. But by far, they have 4 very talented receivers, a very talented tight end, and not to say that they probably are one of the best running backs in the nation. So, yes, this is going to be a big challenge for all of us.
Did you spend any time with Ambree when he was in the hospital, and did you get any sense for kind of where his head was at that time?
Yeah, he was always very strong-minded, always. You know, I found out that he would get water bottles and go on the back stairs and walk and run the steps in the hospital. You know, so he was always thinking about getting back. So, again, hats off to him, man. He's very strong-minded. Happy for him.
You can incorporate that now in your
yeah,
workout?
Put that in for sure. Seems to work for him.
Did you notice his recovery inspire the team at all? Seems like something
But I just think everybody kind of with Ambree, it's almost like you'd expect that, you know. Plus, he was around. It wasn't as if he wasn't around the building, he wasn't around the facilities, wasn't around the players. He was here. He just couldn't participate in the physical stuff out in the field. So maybe if he came out of the hospital and goes through the game, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. You guys are easy today. Huh?
Don was in here last week, I think, talking about how much time you guys have spent, or he spent on Army. Is this sort of a relief? I mean, you're getting back into conventional.
Yeah, I love the fact that we're getting back to conventional ball. Army was not an easy team to prepare for, and I'm sure Don told you, we started in the spring, continued all the way up until the week before the Middle Tennessee game. So yeah, I mean and it's nice to now see 2 backs in the backfield, 3 tight ends, 3 wide receivers. You know, our normal things that we see week in and week out, we get to see with Wisconsin. So yes, it is. It's fun to prepare for them.
You mentioned the thing about joking about a couple years ago, getting Cooper, challenging him, all those things. Has this group, your position group, is it the culture elevated to a point where they know what they have to do here? Talented players know how hard they have to work if they're going to play.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they see what has been ahead of them. Yeah. You know, if you look at Jordan Lewis, guys like that, and I'm sure they look up to Levert, but also David Long, Brandon Watson. I mean, guys that have left here and are still continuing their career. So I think they see that.
Are you finding that with younger players now coming in and understanding a little bit?
Well, I think too many of the younger players, especially the kids that we're recruiting, some of them think too much about Sunday and not enough about Saturday. So that I kind of nipped that at the butt in the recruiting process. But ultimately that's their goal. But first of all, you got to play Friday ball, then you play Saturday ball, and then you play Sunday. And for some of these kids to understand that, you got to set them back a little bit. Definitely.
Jim said Monday that you just keep plugging them in, and then they keep going, improving and going pro. And he credited you. What's your secret?
My secret? I don't know if I have a secret. I just know that it takes a lot of work, a lot of discipline, a lot of energy. If you want to excel 2 Sundays. I've been there and done that, and I just want what I know, just kind of let them know that anything is possible if you work hard enough for it. So, and that's what I try to get to the kids, And it's not all about physical either; a lot of mental too.
Is it different? Are you seeing? I mean, is it a different mentality from say 10 years ago, 15 years ago with these? I mean, were you when you were?
I don't think you want to go back when I was, but yeah, it definitely is, and I think all the things you guys are looking through is a big part of it. 10 years ago, I don't remember looking at a phone for a student athlete. I just don't. In the last probably seven years or so, it has really turned over, and that has become a big part of even a recruiting tool. So there's pluses and minuses with it, for sure.
So what's your message to them when you see them worrying about Sundays as opposed to Saturdays? What do you tell them when you say to them?
Well, for those that are concerned about it, I tell them just what I just said. If you want to get to play at the University of Michigan, and we're now recruiting starting so early, you've got to play for your high school. You got to do well for your high school, and you got to do the best you can there for your team, not just for you. And that happens, and then good things will happen to the next level, and so on and so forth.
Not necessarily your charge, but what do you see from Dax and his progress?
Wow, he's going to be something else. But he fits in with DJ. Once he gets it, lights out. He's so talented, so extremely talented. Very little wasted motion. It's just not, it's just for him, like the rest of these guys coming in here in June, just getting settled in with the school, settled in with ball, learning the system, And once all that gets under the belt, a guy like Daxton Hill is going to be very dangerous.
How much does the bridge program set these guys back in terms of? I mean, I know they're missing some camp.
Yeah, well, I think Coach does a great job of incorporating them into practice. You know, he really looks at their schedule, tries to find out when there's time for them to get the football in, so they keep in some kind of pace with the rest of the guys. So it's a difficult task, and I know Jim, like I said, he does a great job of coordinating it. But for those guys, it's just not an easy thing. You know, you're going to class, and you're trying to come here and compete and make yourself look good. It's just not. It's not easy. So I feel for them really, because they're trying to win a roster spot and they're just not getting everything that everybody else is getting.
Did you ever play at Wisconsin?
I never played at Wisconsin. No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
But what's it like up there in the
Oh, great atmosphere. Great atmosphere. Oh, yeah, we were there 2 years ago. It's a hell of a place. It's all red, and they get after it. Yeah, great fan base.
11 a.m. They probably won't be as inebriated.
That I can't answer, but I would think that they're probably pretty used to 11 a.m. games. do pretty good for themselves. Yeah.
You have one, right?
Always a pleasure.